Today, several states are recovering from Hurricane Ida, and the infrastructure bill might help. Plus, Apple unveils which states will let you put your driver's license on your phone. And finally, the WHO is watching another COVID variant that could evade vaccines. I'm Mackenzie Sagalos, and this is CNBC After Hours. It's another record day for the S&P as stocks finish in the green, helped by positive jobs data. Unemployment claims fell to their lowest levels since the start of the pandemic. Honestly, though, most eyes were focused on the dramatic images coming out of the Northeast. Hurricane Ida dropped tornadoes in Maryland, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey, flooded New York City and its surrounding areas, and it killed at least 29 people. Cleaning up after Ida will easily cost billions. But what if the U.S. could invest in the infrastructure to prevent such widespread damage in the next storm? CNBC's Elon Moy tells us how lawmakers want to use the infrastructure bill to boost the country's hurricane preparedness in places like the Gulf Coast.
When President Biden visited New Orleans 4 months ago, he was warned that critical infrastructure could fail. Now, after Hurricane Ida, the city is barely hanging on, and President Biden is turning up the heat on Congress to pass the bipartisan infrastructure bill that could send billions of dollars to the Big Easy and the entire Gulf Coast.
We're reminded that this isn't about politics. Hurricane Ida didn't care if you were a Democrat or a Republican, rural or urban. This destruction is everywhere, and it's a matter of life and death, and we're all in this together.
One of the bill's lead sponsors is GOP Senator Bill Cassidy, who's urging his Republican colleagues to get on board as well. He's highlighting $2.6 billion for projects in states like Louisiana that repeatedly get hit by hurricanes. There's $12.5 billion to upgrade electrical transmission lines, as over 1,600 miles were out of service in Louisiana and Mississippi yesterday. And there's money to restore natural infrastructure, like Louisiana's coastal wetlands and barrier islands.
You just envision this giant wall of water pushing in across the coastline of the state and further inland. We are evaluating ways to mitigate that. And one thing that we've seen that will help to mitigate that is wetlands to buffer communities that are close to the coastline.
President Biden will travel to Louisiana tomorrow to view the damage up close and build support for more money.
Okay, before we go, let's get to the numbers round. We'll start with 33. The global chip shortage won't let up. Ford revealed that sales in the U.S. plummeted 33% from a year ago because it simply can't make the cars that it needs to sell. It's also not the only car maker that's struggling. General Motors said that it plans to cut production in the U.S. as it grapples with the chip shortage too. Next, 8. Speaking of tech, Apple gave an update on its new driver's license feature. 8 states are officially rolling out the new digital ID, with Arizona and Georgia being the first to adopt the feature when it releases this fall. The TSA plans to update airport security checkpoints to allow iPhone users to scan those IDs. Some have raised concerns over the feature, though, like the risk of handing over your phone to the police to provide identification. And finally, 39. The World Health Organization has its eye on a new COVID variant. Dubbed Mu for the 12th letter of the Greek alphabet, the variant originated in Colombia and it's been identified in at least 39 countries. The WHO warned that the new variant could evade immunity provided by a vaccine, but more research has to be done. You can learn more about the Mu variant by going to CNBC.com and downloading the CNBC app. That's it for After Hours. We'll be back here every Tuesday and Thursday, so be sure to catch us then.